What is up, guys? Jake here with the next Vainglory video, and this one is going to be a Theorycraft one. So, I know some of you guys love these, some of you might not, but for those of you that don't like listen to me ramble on about things that I think could be changed in the game, or just tips for you guys, then hopefully you can at least enjoy the action in the background, some Taka gameplay there. So, enjoy that. This one we're going to be talking about bans and picks, and because the phase of the bans and picks where it's currently at is that anybody that is hotness or above and you solo queue, whatever, it doesn't matter if you got a three-man team, if you're just by yourself, you get put into draft mode, which again, I have sung the praises of draft mode. I think it's a wonderful system. I think it adds another layer of depth to the game before the matchmaking even starts. The problem is the limited communication you have going into the match and the time frame you have to make decisions and to try to coordinate as a team when you're not a team. You don't have voice comms. You've probably never played together before, or if you have, it's very few times. You don't know if someone's a strong laner, strong jungler, support. You don't know anything. You could literally have three people get matched on a team that are all strong laners, terrible jungle and support, and that's a tough spot to be in rank, especially once you start talking about getting up to SA, maybe even POA, and trying to solo queue. Ouch, it could be tough because if you don't have that proper team build and the other team does, you are probably going to get wrecked because even a small mistake can cost you. So just some thoughts I had on it. Actually, we were playing the other night, me and AB. I can't remember who it was, if it was Trey or Nolan. I think maybe it was Nolan. We were talking and had some ideas that we sort of bounced back and forth. I think they're great ideas. I think it could be implemented. It might take some work, but I think it would be worth it for the solo guy out there, the guy that wants to play, that wants to raise an elo, but does not have a normal team, doesn't have a team that he plays with or guild mates that he plays with all the time. It's a rough world for him right now. So the thought we had was this, going back to my point of being like myself, for example. I'm not a terribly strong laner. Now, I am practicing my laning and I'm getting better at it, but I have to say that I'm probably not the one you want on your team laning in a ranked match in hotness and above. That's just the bottom line. There's other laners out there that they're gonna be able to pressure me. They're gonna be able to take control, and I'm probably gonna fall behind. So that being said, I am very comfortable playing roam or jungle. Doesn't matter to me. I've got lots of heroes on those two positions that I play. Comfortable. I don't think I'm going to get drafted out of something that I can't, feel comfortable picking. I would be fine with either one of those roles. So wouldn't it be wonderful if Super Evil made something along the lines of, I'm queuing up for solo queue and I check the box, jungle and roam. Okay, so I'll check those two boxes. I'm willing to play either one of those positions. And it tries to pair me up with two other guys that have checked the boxes to where all three of us have an ability to play those positions. I would, in ranked matches, I wouldn't check the lane box. Now let's say I'm a one-trick pony. All I do is lane. That's it. I don't jungle. I don't support. And all I do is check that box. That is going to increase my time for search. But a guy that says, hey, I can play anything. I'm that good. I can roam, I can lane, I can jungle, and I'm comfortable doing it all in ranked matches. Then he's going to get into one much quicker because he's it's a numbers game. They're trying to find that one slot for him. There's 3 slots available, and it's just going to put him in the best one it finds. Now, again, this is going to be a lot of updates under the hood type stuff, new search algorithms, all of that stuff. But if you could do this, if you could say that, you're going to get better team compositions. You're going to get teams that are not trying to pick over the top of each other, and the people still go in there and they lock in, and we just played a match and beat them. Rona, Scarf, Ringo. No one was going to play the support role. And so it's just, it's rough right now for solo guys doing that. Again, I have teams I can play with. It's not that big a deal, but there are times I want to solo queue. And again, I think it would be really, really nice to have better teams put together, better competition. You don't have to, no one's going to be fighting over it. And there needs to be more time. There needs to be at least 45 seconds. When you don't have voice communications, we have voice communications, and there's times that we're trying to debate on what we want to pick and still run close on time, on 30 seconds, and we're able to talk to each other. So just thumbs up, thumbs down, and bouncing around on pictures, you need a little more time. Not everyone's going to take the full 45 seconds. People are going to pick really quickly, but waiting a few extra seconds to get that better matchup, to have your time to think about what you want to do, counter picks and things like that, I think would be worth it. So If you combine those two things, I think solo queue drafts and bans is going to be a much more enjoyable experience. The other thing I would say is there needs to be more. I know you can tap on your name and say, hey, I want to jungle. That way you can feel free to pick whatever you want to in whatever order you feel it needs to be drafted for your team. But again, without the communications, there needs to be more ways for people to say, here's who I want to play. Here's my heroes that I'm comfortable playing. Crystal power, weapon power, whatever. And communicate that to their team so that they know what kind of team comp you're going towards, what you're building towards. It's just very, very hard to communicate in the current meta, the current system that we have with bans and picks without any voice communications, without any typing. There's nothing there. It's just pictures. It's just thumbs up and thumbs down. Again, I love bans and picks. I think it's the future of this game. I think it's a wonderful, wonderful improvement over blind picks. The problem is the solo queue guys, and I feel for you guys. I pine for you because, again, I play with teams and I play some solo queue, and there's no comparison to which one's more enjoyable. So I think Supercell's focus really needs to be on something to make that solo queue ranked drafts and bans a more enjoyable experience. And I think if they go down this road to where I can say, hey, I'll lane, I'll jungle, I'll support, I'll do any of it, then I'm going to get in there pretty quickly. But some guy that says, hey, I just want to lane, probably doesn't mind waiting a little bit longer on the surge to get that lane spot. You know, the one that he knows his other teammates aren't trying to pick that lane spot up. And he's going to be able to do his thing. Now, the flip side of that coin is you can say, well, this does force people out of their comfort zone, make them play heroes they've never played before, make them play positions, and makes them get better all around. And I 100% agree with that. But you got to remember it's a game, and if a guy just doesn't enjoy playing that aspect of the game, it's kind of rough to be in a situation where he might be forced to. That's where you get the dodges coming in and all those things because he just didn't get the role that he wanted. And again, I feel like if you could queue up and say, here's the role I'm after, and then the game pairs you up with two guys that are after the other two roles in the game, you know, those roamers, those support guys are going to be in high demand. They're going to get games instantly, every time. So if you want to get on, you want to have a quick game, pick that roam slot because everybody picks jungle and lane, jungle and lane, jungle and lane. But there's only so many roamers out there. So I do see both sides of it. I see it trying to force people into playing spots that they've never played before. I think it's a good thing. That's what I'm doing to myself voluntarily, putting myself in that lane when I play on my mini account. Even in ranked matches, I almost say, hey, I want to play lane just to force myself into that role. And I think I have made improvements already on it. Again, I'm not comfortable enough to the point where I can say, hey, yeah, I might get matched up with an SA player and I'm gonna lane against him. Now, if I was forced into it, I would do my best, but there needs to be a way that I can say, and more clearly defined in the selection menu. Here's the position I want to play. Here are my heroes that I'm thinking about picking up. Maybe a way to select more than one, and people can identify that these are the ones. Maybe it's little pictures down there on your name or something. I don't know. Maybe Super Evil, someone there. They have a lot of smart people that work there. Can think of something that would allow this along this lines to happen. Again, you're going to get better matchups. You're going to get more fair matchups. You're not going to get those people like we just got. I mean, I'm not grabbing this free elo, but you know, when you queue up, you want that good, fun, competitive matchup. And when you get people that just no one's going to play support, and I guess they probably already dodged tonight. They don't want that 30-minute ban or longer. You know, it's not that fun really. I mean, it's not that competitive. It's sort of like you know. You got, and honestly, most of the time you don't get a lot of elo for it because those guys don't tend to rank up as high because they continue to do that stuff. So anyways, the gist of it, I hope you guys get it. Give us a way to select a path that we want to play and queue us all together based around that path. I know it's going to increase search times, excuse me, and it's going to take a lot of work, you know, creating those algorithms and those search engines and all that stuff. But it is going to make the game more enjoyable for those solo queue guys that want to rank and want to play picks and bans. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments what you think. If you agree, disagree. I know there's probably people on both sides of this argument, or not really an argument, both sides of this discussion. So let me know in the comments below. Hope you guys liked the video. Until next time, Jake, doing my best to help you guys suck less.